除了说傻子还有其他吗？我左右键盘噼啪在时间滴答着，还不够。你的固执让我来守候，哪怕太迟也不想以后。就在这时放肆的挑逗。I got the heart of a lion, I know the harder you climb, the harder you fall. I'm at the top of the mountain, too many bodies to count. I've been through it all. I had to weather the storm to get to the level I'm on. That's how the legend was born. All of my enemies already dead and born. I'm ready for war. They know I'm ready for war. I told them we're taking over.
언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아 견딜 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여 I'm trouble and you running it I'm so cold When I move that way you gon' be so blown I'm the realest in the game Said I'm on fire with the blade You're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa So keep your eyes on me now 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야 We're so tough Let's get it show you out
In ruins to the echoes of pain. These are the good, these are the good. Cold and empty, lifeless remains. These are the good, these
Welcome to the world, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you're chasing. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment. Now is your time, so prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Welcome to the climb up. Reach for the summit. Visions pray that one false step lead the end. So higher and higher you're chasing. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. This is your moment. Take to the skies, go. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. They will remember you. Get
of ours in vain. Some tell me never how the fortune of the realm. Call on our savior to wipe out all the traitors. The earth trembles as we gather ashore for the lands we swore to hold. For our kingdom glorious. And this demons found us overnight. Still we're standing, basking in the light. No more we ever speak of tears of reckoning. No voice calling from the dark days of old. Was victorious. The memory remains, worlds falling away. Some tell me never the fortune of the realm. Call on our savior to wipe out all the traitors. The earth trembled as we gathered ashore for the lands we swore to hold. For our kingdom glorious. Some tell me never the fortune of the realm. Call on our savior to wipe out the traitors. The earth trembles as we gather ashore for the lands we swear to hold. For our kingdom glorious. If you're gonna talk that talk, then you better walk that walk. If you're gonna talk that talk, then you better walk that walk. Lot of wannabes, only one of me. They try to put me under pressure, put me under siege. Yeah, I'm a champ, I'm a legend, I'm a beast. Used to be the underdog, I got off the leash. I'm done barking, I only bite. Drop the roof for the night like it's only right. Hold it tight, both hands on the holy grail. Come and get it when you fail, you can hold the L. If you're gonna talk that talk, then you better know how to walk that walk. Tell the arc, let's run it. Everybody gunning for the top, let's run it. Go ahead, show me what you got, run it. This is where the shooters get shot down. This is where the hunters get hunted. Yeah, let's run it. Everybody gunning for the top, let's run it. Go ahead, show me what you got, run it. This is where the thrones getting overthrown. This is where the hunters get hunted. Yeah, let's run it. Yeah, I'm ready, let's run it. If you ready, let's run it. You know I run the game. I catch you running your mouth and then you run away. I bet you see me when I'm winning, you got nothing to say. I bet a bag on it, that's a big bet, it's like 100K. Yeah, double or nothing, I know he bluffing. If he yapping, I'ma hush him, it's no discussion. Show him that I really do it and he really doesn't. If you really want it, then it's time to run it. If you're gonna talk that talk, then you better know how to walk that walk. Tell the arc, let's run it. Everybody gunning for the top, let's run it. Go ahead, show me what you got, run it.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mettlestate League of Legends Challenger Series Pro Division. Tonight we have Nibble Esports taking on Grifix Esports in an exciting best of one series. We're already straight in it with picks and bans, and just to see what's been taken away, it's going to be the Zia, Aatrox and Zac being taken away from the side of Grifix, and in reply we see okay, it doesn't look like those are the bans that are meant to be, but as I did pro draft earlier, it was a Victor ban, it was Zeroth ban and a Diana ban, so everyone's going to be picking in their order, so this is not the pick order that was done in the pro draft, but obviously having the inside information, we know what's coming out tonight. Alright, so we're just going to see the picks that are coming in. It's going to be the Sejuani picked for the side of Nibble Esports, followed by the Mordekaiser and the Mumu picked up for Grifix. Nibble does opt to take the Olaf and the Swain, and the reply is going to be the Lissandra from GFX. Some more interesting bans coming through. That should be the Cassidon being taken away instead of the Bard. And then we're going to see the Trundle taken away from the side of Grifix. So final bans coming in. That's supposed to be a Silas. I think they're just banning the champions in a row. And the last ban coming in from the side of Nibble Esports is going to be the Rammus. Alright, so GFX locking in the Kai'Sa as their bot lane pick. We will see the response very shortly from the side of Nibble Esports. Alright, so there we have it, the Lucian army locked in for Nibble Esports and met with the Nautilus. So in the top lane we have Sejuani into the Mordekaiser. In the jungle we have Olaf into the Bubu. In the mid lane we have Swain into the Lissandra, and in the bot lane the Lucian army duo into the Kai'Sa Nautilus duo. So some exciting picks from both teams. Definitely liking the Olaf pick coming in from the side of Nibble. It basically negates a lot of the crowd control that's offered by the side of Grifix. I mean, that Olaf, he can't get trapped by the Mordekaiser ult, he can't get stunned by the Mumu ult, can't get stunned by the Lissandra stuns, and also the Nautilus. It's all very ineffective, so definitely I think a player to watch in this series. I mean, with such a heavy CC comp and a champion that doesn't really get bothered by CC, I'm quite interested to see how Nibble is going to play around this pick. But that's only one champion on the side of Nibble. I mean, there's still 4 other members that can get locked up quite easily. Lucian finds himself out of position. Remember, he is a short-range ADC. If he does a bad positioning in team fights, it's going to be very easy for Mumu to go in, Lissandra to click R, Nautilus to click R. So even though Olaf is not the target you engage on, there's still very favorable targets that we will see Grifix looking to go onto, specifically the Lucian. Swain maybe in the early game, he does become a bit difficult to deal with the later it goes on as he scales up. But definitely Lucian army needing to be careful, especially with that Mumu ganking, with that double bandage toss. It's definitely a risk that they will be facing. So we're just going to get some predictions going in chat now, see who is going to be taking this series. Is it going to be Nibble to take it? Let's get the predictions going. Or is it going to be GFX to pick up this game? Polls up, get your votes in, let's go GFX. So the chat is already in the favor of a GFX. That's going to be quite exciting. We're just over a minute or under 2 minutes away from loading into the Rift. Definitely got some love for the GFX boys from the start. Got some Hard Rock love as well. Hard Rock is if you're voting for Hard Rock, you're voting for Nibble, that's all I'm telling you. Non-biased caster though. That's I'm reformed from that 2017 incident. But it's going to be very exciting. Let me know if there's any thoughts or what you guys think of the drafts, how you guys think both teams match up. I think a very easy draft to execute from both teams, somewhat maybe easier from the side of GFX. It's very point, click, CC, follow up, engage. Mordekaiser is definitely a nice pick, take the carry out of the fight, so who I would expect to see the Mordekaiser ulting in these fights would be someone like the Swain or Lucian, so we probably would have to see an early QSS coming in from the Lucian especially. But just also quite a nice amount of damage from either team, so I think it's going to be quite great incident. I don't know, why aren't you here tonight, Mario? Why aren't you keeping me company? I'll patronize the incident. Alright, so just a few seconds away, we've got some votes already in. It looks like everyone is in the favor of GFX. Do you guys want Mario to cast? Mario has D&D. Sorry guys, he won't be joining us this evening. He's always got an excuse. Next thing we'll know, he doesn't even play D&D. That'll be the day to yeah. Alright, so we are loading in. We're going to be switching over very shortly. Alright, and we are on the Rift for game number 1, the only game, GFX versus Nibble Esports. Both champions are making their way out onto the Rift. Looks like we're getting a bit of a group, but now it's turning into a split from the side of Nibble. Looks like they're definitely looking to get some information, sending through some members into the jungle of GFX, whereas we see GFX, they're just covering their fronts, watching all their entrances. I think we'll just see a ward drop down the blue buff by Centicle, and then they'll just walk out with that information. Amumu though walking into the blue side also to get some information there. I would have expected there's the ward going down, and both laners will have that information of where the relative junglers are starting. Mordekaiser are going to stick around. Might be looking to just keep this information, or should be backing away. I don't see any reason for him to stay any longer. Banners on the wrong side. Oh, you guys are too quick for me. Let's fix this.
Scarlet with us as well.
Alright, it's like it was never on the wrong side. Nothing you can prove in court. Alright, but the minions are in the wave, the jungle camps are up, and we're going to see a top side start from both junglers. I'm very excited for this level 2 in the bot lane. There's definitely kill pressure from both sides. Probably a lot more side on the Lucian Army, just being a very broken bot lane at the moment, but overall, I mean, Kaiser does opt for the exhaust just to be able to stop that all in from Lucian, so we should see somewhat a fairly even trades while that exhaust is there to protect them. Alright, so the shove is going to get in from Lucian Army. It looks like they're just going to look to crash this wave into the tower, and then maybe just hope for it to bounce back into them. Alright, so Lucian Army actually walking into the jungle after getting that push in, getting some information, just seeing where Mumu is, and going to get back just in time to meet that wave that they originally stacked. Can I zoom out? I can't. It doesn't let me. Is there another way to zoom out? I can zoom in, but out is something we can't offer this evening. Control Shift Z. Oh my word. Mind is blown. Okay, we can keep it like this. Is this perfect? So I learn something new every day. Is this enough? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Royalty always there for the community. Alright, so in the mid lane there we are going to see Mordekaiser has roamed down, and with Lissandra getting that damage in, it's going to be the first blood going over to the side of Grifix. In the bot lane though, we do see the engage from both junglers making their way down. Norta's going quite low, but the electrocute going to be enough for Lucian to pick up that kill in the bot lane. So trades going down in both lanes. Quite a sneaky roam down from the Mordekaiser to gank the mid lane. It's not something you're going to expect this early in the game. Alright, so Nibble Esports just keeping this wave safe now, denying Kai'Sa the ability to step up, having that threat of the Lucian army just to get that burst damage down again. Alright, so we do see Nautilus is hovering around the mid lane. They might be looking to make a play here onto the Swain. Swain didn't blow any summoners in that last trade. He knew he was dead. He wasn't going to waste flash. And he just accepted his defeat. He's going to get some information on the Amumu here, but Amumu is going to be able to pick up that control ward that was just placed. Ooh, a nice claw coming in from the Mordekaiser. Going to be able to just secure that extra bit of damage onto that Sejuani. Alright, so just based on this wave now, we should see the bot lane from Nibble backing off. Maybe actually not using this wave to pick up a plate. Ooh, some nice, a nice bubble there, but the objective was to get the plate. And they opt not to go for the extra damage. Alright, so this is going to not be their back yet. Should expect to see this wave get shoved in. Amumu is close by, but then again so is Olaf, so we might be seeing the next fight in the bot lane very shortly if these junglers decide this is what they want to bring to the party. We're going to see the ultimate now coming out of the Mordekaiser. Sejuani going to be the victim. It's level 5 into the level 6 Mordekaiser, going to get the initial stun. Should see the ultimate finish. Some nice return damage from the Sejuani, but this ult has faded and looks like it's going to be enough for the Sage to walk away now. Olaf has made his way. The flash instantly comes out. One more auto should be enough, and Lucian able to pick up that kill onto the Kai'Sa. Amumu though, he is hovering around the right side of the jungle. Isn't anything for him to pick up there, so that should be him just walking away. And I'm not too sure if they're going to opt to dive here, but I mean, they do have the ultimate from the Olaf now, so if they can speed him up, and no, it looks like they'll probably just look to secure the plate. Senti actually taking some tower shots, and that's definitely going to force him to have to back away. We do see the Lissandra though going on to the Swain, followed by Amumu, and it's going to be the flash, but it's going to be the kill picked up. That level 6 from Lissandra being very potent into that matchup. Lucian army is actually absolutely disgusting, and we can see why it's got such priority in the picks. Alright, so Dragon is going to be the first major objective that we're going to see these teams picking up. It is the Infernal Drake, so it's going to be that little bit of extra damage. Not going to be too effective now, but those percentages start stacking as soon as you head into the late game. 6% AD, it makes a difference. It looks like they are going to look to get some sort of freeze. The bubble does land, but Lucian just using his dash away is not going to have enough. You see Exhaust though coming out of onto both AD carries, and a Swain has thrown out the W just to get that extra bit of damage, but it doesn't look like anything more is going to come out of that fight. We'll never forget. I'm almost certain at some point in these trades it doesn't go in Sejuani's favor. At the moment now, it's not actually going in her favor, but she's tanky enough to survive it. But as soon as Mordekaiser picks up that Riftmaker, I think that damage is not going to be existing for Sejuani. Though we do see the flash engage coming in from the Nautilus, the tidal wave comes in from Nami, the culling comes in from Lucian, and it looks like Nautilus should be going down very soon, but it's met by the Mumu ultimate. Kai'Sa going to use the ult to get that extra bit of shield, but it looks like it's going to be a moment before she gets taken down. Olaf now going to put out the ult, going to look to get this Mumu. This Mumu doesn't have flash, so should be taken down very shortly. Going to pick up the double kill on the Olaf. Cassandra has made her way down. Olaf going to be hitting around. Nami does pick up the Kai'Sa while that is happening, and it looks like Sainty's going to be able to escape with a bit of his life. So a 3-for-1 trade. Jungle, support, and AD carry going down for Grifix in a trade for their ADC. Nibble Esports going to look to just extend this lead a bit more, going to start off this Infernal Drake. They should have the damage. Mumu is walking down, but I don't think it's going to be up by the time he gets there. No, doesn't even bother. Either they don't know or they realize it's not worth it. Alright, so wouldn't say there's too much kill pressure from either of these mid laners in the mid lane. Definitely going to need the presence of the jungler. But it looks like this should just be a farming matchup for now, nothing more. You can definitely get there, you've just got to not lose LP and gain it instead. That's a foolproof method. Alright, so Rift Herald should be the next global objective. I would definitely like to see both teams playing around it. And be able to probably pick it up and just extend their lead. I think it's going to be a very good option. Alright, so the Herald has been started off by the side of GFX. We do see Nibble walking up, but it looks like there's definitely not enough members here to contest with them sending up the bot lane. This should be the objective occurred. While this is happening though, Nibble is picking up some plates in the bot lane, so should definitely be able to see a contention for the first blood turret, but GFX decide to take the move and go mid, get those plates, and possibly going to drop the Herald, so they're definitely also looking to secure this first blood turret. The Herald is going to drop 3 plates. It should survive with just a little bit of health, but they do have the wave stacking here, looking to see if they can get a little bit more damage down. While this is happening though, Lucian has been left alone in the bot lane, almost taking down that turret by himself, getting those extra plates. That's definitely what you want to see though. Swain though going to put out the ulti onto a few members in the mid lane, but unfortunately the claw is not going to land. Lucian picks up the first tower in the bot lane, and that's going to be it for now. We should see Lucian though possibly getting collapsed on. He doesn't have mana now. Definitely use a lot to get that tower. We do see the Drudge line coming out from the Nautilus. He's going to flash away, going to get the dash, but the Ignite is ticking enough. Kai'Sa they're flashing to help secure that kill, but while this is happening though, we do see Senti in the mid lane, Ignite ticking, and Lucky going to be able to pick up that kill onto the Mumu. Can't even get out of gold? Well, then if you can't get out of gold, drop to silver and get back to gold, and that way you would have progressed. That's still a rank up, even if you D-rank to get there. The scoreboard stuck. It's possible. I mean, maybe he has 40 CS, you don't know. The man could be all about farm and Well, we do see the Mordekaiser has put out the ulti onto Lucian, but it looks like he opts to walk away and not go for the kill there. Culling going to come out from Lucian, so Lucky Sprinter going to be able to pick up that kill onto the Mordekaiser. We do see the shutdown though coming down onto the Olaf. The bandage toss comes out from the Mumu, not going to connect. Alright, so next Drake is just a couple of seconds away, 20 seconds to be exact. Should see both teams looking to pick this up. Ultimates are available, well, the majority of them from the side of Nibble. Do you see the ultimate though coming down onto the Lissandra, onto the Lucian. Lucian though going to get shut down just before he does pop that Lissandra though, so definitely seeing that damage come through on the Kraken Slayer. We are going to see Kai'Sa though looking to possibly secure this mid tower, but that Nami with those orbs around her is going to be enough to push her away. Alright, so Dragon has been started off from the Olaf. We're going to see Nami doing a little bit of zoning. But if there's no contention, it should be picked up quite easy. We see the Mumu, the bandit toss onto the Sejuani. This Dragon is quite low. Mumu has made his way in. The dredge line comes in, but it looks like this Dragon is going to get stolen by this Mumu while this is happening. The fight does break out. The shields come. The Swain ult is there. Nami going to be able to pick up the first target onto the Mordekaiser. The bubble does land, and Lucky picking up the Nautilus. And Mumu going to go down straight afterwards. I had to think for a second. I didn't know if that champion was called Olaf or not, but it's definitely Olaf. But Nibble Esports not getting the Drake there. Very nice steal coming in from the Mumu, but definitely able to pick up the kills in that fight. We do see now Lissandra going a little bit low. The culling comes in, and Lucian will be able to pick up that kill as well. Actually going very low, almost dying to the tower. But he doesn't care. He got the kill. Alright, so we should see the reset coming in. Baron is 4 minutes away. Drake is 4 minutes away. Could it be a decision of which one teams take? Do we have a Herald coming up before then? Yes, we have a Herald coming up at 120. So I would actually like to see some a fight breaking out around there. And now would be the perfect time for the teams to be setting up for that. We're going to see the TP though coming into the mid lane by the Sejuani to look to try and save this tower. But doesn't look like this is something that she can save. It's going to go down very shortly. Does get a bit of damage down onto the Nautilus, but going to be backing away there. That tower was doomed, man. So I see Nibble Esports has made their way around this Herald pit, possibly looking to catch the side of Grifix out in their own jungle. Mordekaiser has walked up now to match the Lucian Nami pushing in this top tower. We do see a Mumu and Nautilus on their way there just to give some assistance. Swain though made his way with the blasting cone. 2 members under the tower. Banish toss though does come up onto the Swain. Swain does have the ult and it is going to come out though. We do see the TP as coming from the Lissandra. The tidal wave comes in from Nami. We do have the Swain in the Mordekaiser ult at the moment. Mordekaiser actually putting out a huge chunk of damage, and when he comes out it should be going down. Swain they're able to take down Mordekaiser just in time while Lissandra takes down the Swain. The Olaf there onto the Nautilus. Lucian now autoing away, going to get the dash, but going to get rooted by the Lissandra, and now it's just a Nami left. We see the ultimate coming out of Kai'Sa to dodge the bubble, and that's going to be the triple kill coming in for the Kai'Sa. And this will be translated straight into a Rift Herald just with 2 minutes to spare. Alright, so we do see Nibble Esports making their push into the mid lane. Going to shove out that lane, but nothing too hectic right now. We're going to see some items being picked up, some mythics being completed a while ago. See Lucian is on 2 items, Kaiser 1.5 items in the mid lane, 1.5 items for the mid laners. Whilst happening there, we do see that Mumu has been caught out though. Lucian though running into 2 members, going to flash over. We see the bubble coming in from Nami to keep them alive. Psycho though looks like he might be the next target. Mumu going to flash over the wall. Bandage toss should be available soon, but he's running away from 4 members of Grifix. Mumu though is still going to chase, going to look to pick something up there. Bandage toss available shortly for the Mumu. Dash may be available soon for this Sejuani, but it's going to be enough for him to go down to that Mumu, that burn damage doing the work. Lissandra though going in onto the Lucian, going to have a quick engage and take her down, followed by the Mordekai's ult onto the Olaf. Olaf though going to pop the ulti, going to pick up the Lissandra, going to run down the Nautilus, and now it's just the Mordekai's left though, quite low. We see the flash coming in from the Mordekai's to be able to secure that kill. And now Nami just running up to the Swain, looking for help, going low. The bubble is going to land. The AoE damage is there. Do see though Maud has gone quite low, but Lucky not having the damage is going to flash over the wall, going to be picked up. And that's the ace coming in for Grifix. Alright, so a very easy uncontested Drake going to be picked up for the side of Grifix, securing that Ocean Drake. It's going to be the Ocean Soul that we see for this game, and Grifix definitely one step closer to it. Alright, so the Baron is available. Might be something that Nibble is looking for, or just looking to get vision around, just looking at their position on the map. Might be a bit of a risk to look at a Baron now for either teams. Is definitely at that point where no team has a decisive lead, and it could be it could result in a big throw. Alright, we're going to see that Herald summoned in the top lane. It looks like it's going to be Lucky defending that, but the presence from Nibble going to stop that push, but the charge is going to be enough for them to pick up that tower. So we definitely look like there's something that's going to, a fight that's going to break out. So the Mumu going to be engaged on by the stage although the Lissandra going onto the back line, going to ulti herself instead of Lucian. We see Nautilus has gone to Lucian. Lissandra goes golden, the ignite is ticking. Lucian going to get taken down. Kai'Sa going, dominating Lissandra. The next target though going to go down to the Olaf. It's just Kai'Sa and Mordekai's into 3 members of Nibble Esports. That ultimate going to expire very shortly. The rampage now seen for this Mordekai's and it's not enough, and he's going to pick up those kills, not die, and the Kai'Sa picking up the double kill, picking up another ace for the side of Grifix. And looks like they should have the tankiness to be able to pick this Baron yet. TP is being channeled by the Sejuani. She's going to look for something here. Do see the empowered recourse started, and looks like now Sejuani might actually end up fighting a fight that he can't win. The flash does come in from the Kai'Sa to get away. We're going to see the Baron empowered recourse. See the blue trinket drop there, but Kai'Sa is going to get back. Amumu is hovering there though, and Grifix going to be able to escape with Baron on, I think, all members. So very nice fight and pick up there from them. Should be seeing the side of GFX look to start off this Drake. It's 30 seconds away, so that's definitely the next objective there. That'll definitely help put them on soul point and help them extend their lead that they are starting to build up now. Looks like a Nibble is going to look out to shove out the mid lane. GFX possibly looking for a collapse here. Mordekaiser should start walking up very shortly. As is the fight does want to miss. It looks like though Nibble is deciding whether they want to go for this. Nobidusi Kai'Sa is going to be the target, locked up. She is going to go golden with the stopwatch. So we see the Sanzo getting onto the backline. Lucian getting locked up. The QSS comes out, but he's going to bring out the culling, but a little too late though. Lucky though, going to go golden with that. Mordekaiser actually going to flash the damage, and now it's going to be a double kill coming in for the Olaf. Looks like Mordekaiser is going to be run down. Doesn't have flash, does have the shield, but is going to get taken down. The shutdown going over to the mid laner of Nibble Esports, and Nibble able to pick up that ace to the Baron buffed Grifix Esports. Should be Drake also picked up by them. Sejuani should be able to secure that by, I think she actually probably might need a little bit of help. Not the most damage dealing champion, but with that extra damage from her E, she might be just alright. Nibble does look to though open up the base of Grifix. I'm not too sure if this tower is possible. Looks like they might need to run away, but they're going to chunk it down to just over a quarter, under a quarter HP, and opt to back off. Sejuani slowly doing damage to this Drake. Nami going to be there just to give some assistance, but there should be the Ocean Drake going over to the side of Nibble Esports. Alright, so just to give a bit of recap with that last fight, Nibble went from being 2,000 gold down to 2,000 gold ahead. They were able to pick up a tower and a Drake for that last fight. Just having a look at where the gold is distributed at the moment though. In the mid lane we've got just a 500 gold in favor of Swain. In the jungle we have 3,000 gold in favor of the Olaf. In the top lane we have just over 2,500 gold in favor of the Mordekaiser, and in the bot lane we're seeing 1,300 gold in favor of this Kai'Sa. So a lot of the gold sitting on the Olaf at the moment, and then also 1,000 gold onto the Nami, 1,000 gold ahead of the Nautilus. So that's definitely where the gold leads are sitting at the moment. A little bit in the mid lane, a little bit in the jungle, a little bit in the bot lane, and then for Grifix a lot in the top lane, and then a little bit in the bot lane. Alright, we do see that Sejuani is going to have an engage onto the Mordekaiser, but it's not going to get anything more of that. Quite a big ult to just be casually blowing, but might have been just a bit of miscommunication coming in between the jungler and the top laner there. definitely think they lack a bit of damage though to look for an engage like that. They're not going to be able to kill the Mordekaiser there. Alright, so Baron is 20 seconds away. Both teams almost dead even at the moment. This gold not having a significant difference. Both AD carries having quite a few items, definitely in Kaiser's favor at the moment. Only difference I would note is the jungle on Nibble and the top laner on Grifix definitely standing out. Do you see that Nibble is looking Kaiser? They're going to put out the W. They're going to start running into the side of Grifix, just push them out of their jungle and starve them of a few resources.
Just like a medieval squire's shield, and I'm thinking of just expanding his.
Alright, so Baron going to be started off by Nibble Esports. Going to be a bit of a risky one here. Should be expecting them to turn as soon as Grifix makes himself known. Lissandra does have TP, so she can engage. At a moment noted, there is the TP. There's the fight. The Table Wave does come from Nami, followed by the culling. Nautilus going to go on Lucian in the backline. Lucian, though, going to use that QSS. Going to get taken down. The Kaiser, though, going to be able to ulti there. We do see the Olaf, though, still running down this Mordekaiser. We see Kaiser able to pick up the Lucian. Now it's Kaiser into two members. Sandra, though, with an excellent flash in, going to go on to that Olaf and pick up the triple kills. Just Nami left. She was able to get away with a tidal wave, but now it's going to look like GFX looking to take some towers in the mid lane. Don't have the tankiness or the tankiness to take down the Baron, so they opt for the next thrusting, and that's a ticket into the base of Nibble Esports. Alright, so GFX getting quite a bit off of this play. They're going to pick up two towers and an inhibitor in the mid lane, so definitely opening up the map. Baron is up for the taking. Dragon is spawning in the next 20 seconds for the taking, and the gold on the side of GFX looking really good right now. Alright, so two members of GFX haven't been able to reset. Ultimates are almost up all the way around, so we should be seeing round 2, and if anything, this should be extremely decisive for the Sandra. They're opting to going to flash onto the backline. Lucian going to go down golden, but Nami getting taken down straight away. That's traded for the shutdown on the Kaiser. Do see Swain, though, making his way. Can Olaf and Sejuani tank long enough? Swain has come down on the backline. Lucian actually survives in the fight, actually going to get taken down by the Mordekaiser very shortly. Swain going to be able to pick up that kill on to the Nautilus, but it's not enough. The double kill coming in from the Mordekaiser and able to pick up the next ace for the team. Yeah, this Lucian getting focused instantly in these fights and getting absolutely punished for being anywhere near the enemy team. Alright, so that's going to be the next inhibitor falling for the side of Nibble Esports. GFX looking to really open up their base.
Could David like increase the volume?
Alright, so next fight going to be around the Baron. This is definitely an objective that neither teams want to give up, but definitely in favor of Grifix at the moment. And doesn't look like there's going to be a contestation. Nibble Esports just going to give this over. Alright, so the final push looks like it's going to be starting for the side of GFX. They've got super minions coming in the mid and the bot lane. Nibble Esports doing their last attempt to defend. Normally they're going to be the focus in this fight. Lissandra goes onto the back line. Lissandra goes gold on Lucian with the culling, but it's going to be met with the dredge line onto Lucian. Lucian though trying to do what he can to keep this fight alive. We do see Lissandra though, one more attack is going to be enough, and that is going to be the side of Grifix Esports being aced, and there's going to be Grifix walking into the base to finish this game and pick up the victory into Nibble Esports. GG, well played to the side of Grifix, able to secure that win very well and coordinated from them. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back shortly. We've got another game coming up, should be starting at Mettlestate, so we will check you in a bit. Cheers.
What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head, and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. What you gonna do So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head, and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed far, reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire is fierce. No, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die.
up here for the long run, strap in for a long one. We got everybody on one. Now you coming at the king, so you better not miss. And we only get stronger with everything I carry up on my back. You should paint it up with a target. Why would you dare me to do it again? Come get your spoiler, but we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you coming on, name you ought to know by now. We're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up. Take a lap now, don't be mad now. Run it back, run it back. I got bodies lining up, think you're dreaming of greatness. Send you back home, let you wake up. Why would you dare me to do it again? Come on, get your spoiler up ahead. We're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you coming on, name you ought to know by now. We're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up.在以后，除了是傻子，还有其他吗？我左右，键盘琵琶在时间滴答着，还不够。你的固执让我来守候，哪怕太迟也不想以后。就在这时放肆的打斗。I got the heart of a lion, I know the harder you climb, the harder you fall. I'm at the top of the mountain, too many bodies to count. I've been through it all. I had to weather the storm to get to the level I'm on. That's how the legend was born. All of my enemies already dead and born. I'm ready for war. They know I'm ready for war. I told them we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you coming, my name you ought to know by now. We're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up.
Coming round again. You wanna dose of this right now? It's KDA. I'm a goddess with a blaze. 소리처럼 나 이름 잊지 못하게. Loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bag, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I started talk that, oh, you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with that wild in my veins. You can hear it in my growl, 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 대본. 나와 되길 원한 늘 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? We're so tough. Let's get it, show you up. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You can go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this? Let's go. See, 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지. 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아? 견딜 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여. I'm troubling you running it. I'm so cold. When I move that way, you gon' be so blown. I'm the realest in the game. Said I'm on fire with the blade. You're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야.
echoes of pain. Vi sörger, vi sörger. Cold and empty, lifeless remains. Vi sörger, vi sörger. Fields of the fallen, and blood washed in rain. This cannot be all that will be. So you have torn this world apart. You came for our suffering. So we'll bleed, cut us deep, find the death that you seek. But just remember, we retreat, but we live on. Those that die unforgone. Just remember. Gone is our home now, it's only memories. Vi sörger, vi sörger. Looking on to a life that can never be. What did you believe? Believe you would find. And so you have torn this world apart. You came for our suffering. So bleed, cut us deep, find the death that you seek. Just remember, we retreat, but we live on. Those that die unforgone. Just remember. So we'll die and we'll fall here. We're light torn and broken. God, but will not be forgotten. We remain and we stand So we bleed, cut us deep, find the death that you seek. Just remember, we retreat, but we live on. Those that die unforgone. Just remember. So we bleed, cut us deep, find the death that you seek. Just remember. We retreat, but we live on. Those that die unforgone. Just remember. Welcome to the world, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you're chasing. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment. Now is your time, so prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. over the summit. Visions brave and one false step lead the end. So higher and higher you chasing. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. This is your moment. Take to the skies, go. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through and rise, rise. They will remember you. It is you fight among the dead beneath the dirt. Or do you know yet? Or do you want it? And when the giants call to ask you what you're worth, or do you know yet? We don't die. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through and rise, rise. They will remember you. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Pick up your weapon and
Seraphine ult going to come down. Looks like Diana's going to be the target, going to be able to live for a bit longer. The Zhonya's does come out. Looks like Ziggs is going to be able to get the bomb out from the center with the triple kill, getting the ult onto the back line. Oh my word, Red Raven. Baby Cage going to come out, going to actually lock up Ori under tower. The orb does come out, but it's going to be met with the Sejuani ult. We should be seeing a Jarvan flag and drag, going to be able to knock on Sejuani. The Cataclysm comes up onto the army with ATK not going on a rampage, and Veigar down before anything can happen. One more Spirit Rush available. Jarvan going to get knocked up by the Sejuani, and Ori not finished with the dash, is able to pick up that kill on to the Jarvan, as well as the BM coming in from Not. It's going to be ATK going. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the second game of this evening. Nibble Esports taking on Extreme Vision Gaming. We're already into the picks and bans. Just looking at what XvG has taken away. It's the Kassadin, Swain, and Victor. So a lot of mid lane focused bans from the side of XvG. And in response, we see the Talia, Fiddlesticks, and Nami taken away. First picks coming in, see Malphite has been picked up, and looks like that's going to be matching into the Sejuani in the top lane. Then see the Vi picked up for Centicle and the Silas for Lucky, and followed by the Trundle and the Vex. Then just looking into the second ban phase, we see that the Wukong was taken away, as well as the set, so some top lane bans that they definitely don't want to deal with. And then it looks like Mordekaiser is going to be the next ban, and last ban from the side of Nibble is going to be the Volibear. Alright, so the Draven does get locked in for Double Bomb. Probably one of his best picks, or better picks. He's a Draven player, and that's going to be met with the Sivir and Leona. And then lastly, just to buff up that Draven, going to get a bit of a Lulu hover, should be getting the Lulu locked in, and yes, that is the Lulu locked in. Alright, so there we have it. The Malphite rocking it into the Sejuani, the Vi into the Trundle, the Silas into the Vex, the Sivir into the Draven, and the Leona into the Lulu. We're going to run some predictions to see who you think is going to be able to pick up this game. Is it going to be Nibble to pick up a win, or will XvG be able to take down Nibble Esports? Get those votes in, let us know what you think, let us know who you think will win. And yeah, just looking at the draft, definitely both teams got some really nice engage, especially with the Sedge ult from the side of XvG and the Malphite and Leona from the side of Nibble. Not to also forget the Vex can engage with the ult from quite a range. Not too sure if it's the team that you want to be hard engaging like that into, because they do have quite a bit of CC to lock you up afterwards. But very interested to see how these teams are going to play out. Definitely going to play a lot around the early game. That Draven is known to be quite a dominant AD carry, so it's not something that you want to take lightly. Definitely a lane bully, especially with that Lulu with the shields, with the movement speeds, going to be something nice to see in the bot lane. Alright, so we're just under a minute away, getting a lot of love for the side of Nibble here. Need to get some love in for XvG though, they're also a team fighting it out, so we'll see who will be able to take this game. It's a best of one, so both teams giving it their all, fighting it out to get this win. And we should see very shortly who that is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. We'll start the game shortly with that.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're going to see both teams opting for the, well, to group up as 5, seeing a bit of an invade coming from the side of Nibble Esports. I'm going to just get some control of the red side of the jungle. Looks like XvG is just hoping to be face checked and possibly be able to pick up a sneaky invade, but with that, Nibble is going to back away and go to their respective lanes. See that Vi did get that ward down and change to a sweeper, and we will be getting the information that it is a red side start, so Vi will be on the opposite side, and we should see her playing possibly around the top or the mid side, whereas we would expect the Trundle to be around the mid or the bot side, just looking at the camps that they started at. Alright, so as we said, we should see a lot of early game aggression, especially in the bot lane. This should be Draven's lane, just given that he is an uber damage dealer as an AD carry, and with that Lulu to speed him up and give him shields, should definitely, as we do see that early shove. Definitely some difficult matchups for the side of Nibble Esports. Silas doesn't do auto on Grifix. Malphite doesn't do auto on Sejuani, and you know what? No one does well into Draven, so just got to kind of take it as it comes. But looking at these teams, they are team fighter-centric teams, so that should be the objective. Go even in laning phase, just play a passive laning phase. Do see that the flash though coming in, we're going to see Vex though get the... Ooh, you see the turnaround actually, and Trundle there to match the gank, and that's going to be the first blood going over to the Trundle. While this is happening, you see the Draven getting exhausted, going to catch his axe, but Sivir getting those lethal tempo stacks. A flash stun coming in from Leona, and one more auto is going to be enough. Lulu though with the auto is going to be able to take down the Sivir for the return kill, but that is in favor of Nibble Esports able to get a kill onto the AD carry. As I was saying, very nice counter gank by the Trundle there. Just when you think the Vi was dead, or the Vex was dead, Trundle was there to clean stuff up.
Bring it down a notch. Well, look at you. Nope.
So Malphite looking to try and keep this wave by the tide, but he's actually going to take quite a bit of damage. Look, this Sejuani doesn't have a lot of mana, but Silas has made his way. He's going to be pathing the way to the top. Trundle is there as a option, but now Silas has made his way. Sejuani doesn't have enough for the dash, but should be soon before he gets taken down. The flash Q comes in from the Malphite, and the kill is picked up.
I think like any remaining water in him right now is just like
Alright, so other than these early kills, it still looks to be quite even. A little bit of gold on the side of XvG, but I mean, that's 400 gold. It's not anything too crazy at the moment. Alright, so Leona just zoning this Draven Lulu off the wave. Trundle is around to try and look for something, but definitely not a fight we want to see. We should see Nibble taking. Looks like they're just waiting to pull the trigger, but while this happens, Vi and Silas has showed top. But they're all going to step onto awards, so Sejuani is going to have all that information, and Vex just going to be pushing in the mid lane. We do see though Leona is the target that they want to fight going onto the Draven, but the time that Trundle spent waiting in the bush pays off, and they're able to secure that pick onto the Draven. And with that pick, it's going to be translated into the first Drake of the game. That's definitely going to be in their favor. Looks like Siva did pick up the Cull a bit earlier, so she's looking purely to farm, just to get that extra gold in, and she's looking to play the long game. That's definitely what a Siva usually wants to do. Do see the ultimate though coming from the Malphite. Sejuani outsold by the Silas, and the kill going to go over to Psycho. A nice, quick and precise dive happening in the top lane. Should also be translated into some plates just to match the Vex pushing in the mid lane, picking up her plates of her own. But some nice play around the top lane. It's going to be met by the TP of the Sejuani, and it looks like they might even be looking for the dive. Vi has made her way up now. Malphite going to tank 2 tower shots, should walk away, and they should be juggling this damage quite well though. Vi locked up though, and looks like the minions are going to get the kill. So 1 for 1, but that kill's got to be somewhat worth. You got the TP, that wave is pushed in, and gonna deny the Sejuani a lot of resources. See that the Leona does engage onto the Lulu, but it's going to be a flash instantly so that she can't get locked up. Trundle though made his way to the bot lane, going to put out the pillar. The exhaust comes in from the Silver Leona though, trying to hide in the bush, hoping she's not going to have to join this fight while it's happening. Though we do see the Silas and the Vex battling it out. Vi is here to help, and that's going to be Silas picking up the kill on the Vex in the mid lane. That lockup coming on from the Vi, followed by the CC from the Silas, just doing work. Silver somehow does happen to escape from that gank in the bot lane, and she's going to be able to get away. Leona's going to be left here dealing with this tower. I don't think we'll be seeing a dive. Do see that Trundle did use his ultimate a bit earlier, so won't be able to steal those tanky stats. I might be speaking too soon though, because this looks exactly like a dive. Wild Growth is available, comes down onto the Trundle. Leona follows. Do see the stun onto the Draven, but who is tanking the tower? It's the Draven, and he's going to be able to get away, and dive successful. Alright, so next Drake coming up is going to be... No, I put on the wrong one. Is going to be the Air Drake. Trundle making his way to the top line. Sejuani starting off this trade. Would be a bait just for Trundle to get there. Looks like he's going to just take a pit stop at the golems. Malphite though, he's getting some nice poke down onto the Sejuani. And yeah, it is where he meets the Trundle. We should see him. Okay, he is going to flash out, opts to keep the ult. Sejuani though flash ulting as well to match that. Alright, see Vi though is going to go on to this Vex. Silas though is not there on time for the follow-up, so it's not going to result in anything, but they are just going to push in this wave. Leona has made her way up to the mid lane. Don't think we'll be seeing a die. We do see the top lane still going for a bit of a skirmish, but all they want to do is get this wave in so that they can push in this Herald. Ult comes out of Vex. We'll see if she takes it. She does take the ult, does get the flea. We do see though that she's going to get instantly engaged on Senti, able to pick up the kill. Trundle's now made his way. Ultimate does come out onto the Silas, but no one going to go down from the side of Nibble Esports.
No more remote control quad time.
Alright, so in the bot lane we see the Sivir ult coming out the tower and shutdown going onto the Draven. Sivir just needs to run away, just needs to let that Ricochet do some work and going to go down. Now we have Silas into the Lulu. Wild Growth picked up from the Silas though. We do have Solo Q Sprinter sprinting to help his mid lane. They're going to stun up this Trundle and the Ignite is out, but now Leona's like, that was picked up, gonna go onto the Lulu, and Lulu gonna flash over the wall into the pit, but no, Silas wants this, going to go, but Vex now also looking to help, gonna flash over the wall. The Wild Growth does come up onto Silas just to give him a little bit more health, and looks like should be getting away now. Silas actually going very low. The Gromp also doing damage. The burn damage ticking, but it's not going to be enough to secure that kill. Vex is still pushing, going to be able to get the kill over the wall onto the Silas. And now looking for this Leona. Alright, so Drake picked up by the side of XvG, the second Drake of the game, meaning we're going to have an Infernal Soul, so both teams definitely going to want that juicy damage from the Soul and just from the stacking Drakes. Oh, that wave clear from Sivir is just disgusting. Okay, Vi going to put out the ultimate onto Draven. Wild Growth is available, should come in, going to come onto the Draven, but it's not going to be enough. Sivir going to be able to pick up the kill. Leona there with the flash, going to get the stun onto the Lulu, and Senticle going on a killing spree on this Vi, now able to pick up the kill on the Lulu. And that's 2 quick kills in the bot lane, which should translate into the turret being picked up. We are seeing pings by the Vex to look at the mid tower, but with this wave pushing now, that's exactly what team should be focusing on now, with those tower plates being down there. Do see though in the jungle there is the Vex and the Trundle. Vex making her way to the mid lane now, going to look to pick up that mid tower, and I think that's going to be the first tower going down in the mid lane, so XvG prioritizing that objective and getting that extra gold.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, looks like they've camped in the brush, and now Draven and Lulu just going to run after this Sivir. Lulu going to be the first target going down, and Sivir flashing back to the team there. Draven now running away, but Vi going to charge up the Q. Boomerang comes from Sivir, and the double kill getting picked up from Sivir. So the Sivir, apologies, the scoreboard being an issue, but the Sivir sitting on 5 kills now, doing some work, building up that bounty, and it looks like a bit of a different team coming into this game number 2 after we saw them earlier against the likes of Grifix Esports. Malphite just going to walk off of this tower, actually going to have the Unstoppable Force onto the Sejuani, seeing the tank coming up, but going to pick up the double kill. The man gets the bait, gets the kills, and very nice by Malphite to be able to secure those. Alright, Vex going to find the Leona, instantly going to put out the taunt for the Leona, but it doesn't matter because the stun is going to come in, and a quick kill onto the Vex. Right place, well, wrong place, wrong time, and Nibble Esports collapse there. Lucky does steal the Vex ulti, but doesn't connect onto anyone. Just going to look to get a bit of damage down onto the Sejuani, but we do have 2 members of XvG that will be able to back him up quite easily. Just passing by. Sejuani runs into Vi. Silas going to put out the trades, not going to connect though. We do see the stun coming in, but Lucky going quite low, doesn't have Zhonya's actually going to get taken down to the tower, and Vi going on a rampage, able to take down the Sejuani. Nice stun there coming on from Sejuani at the end, able to keep that Silas there for longer though. Trundle has opted to say this is the fight he wants to take. Silverfire is starting to hit like a truck. You see the Wild Growth come in, but Draven the next one on the front line, back to the Trundle. Trundle going to be able to take down the Leona, and Silver taking down the Trundle in reply. Vi staying in this top lane, just looking to secure another turret for the team. Drake is up in 30 seconds, so we should see one of the teams looking to pick up this objective. No team having decisive control there. We do see some vision from XvG, but the presence of their champion is not there to match it. Vex though going to have the ultimate onto Sivir. Sivir though going to use the spell shield, still does get taunted. Quite a bit of damage coming in from the Vex, but that's going to be enough to get them off that wave. Seeing Nibble has started this Herald, but XvG is walking down to contest this. Leona is on the side, but with 5 members of XvG and only 3 of Nibble, this is the objective. You just leave, you can't fight it, you accept your losses, you pick up the dragon. And this will be the first Infernal Drake of the Infernal Soul, and the first Drake for Nibble though. We do see though XvG making their way down to the dragon, but dragon is just about done, so that's going to be picked up. Leona though going to be tanking 5 members. We see that 5-man Unstoppable Force coming in from the Malphite. We see Silver getting some boomerang. She doesn't have any mana, but Vi going Unstoppable, following by the Silas, taking down the Draven. Vex trying to get some damage, but a double kill picked up from the Silas. And now XvG left running away, and going to get the sound, but Silas now going onto the backline, going to go onto the Lulu. We do see the polymorph coming in. Lucky going quite low, tanking the tower. Malphite going to put down the Cubit, going to get taken down to the Vex, and Vex able to pick up a double kill, 2 big shutdowns. Sivir now the last man between this Vex and Sivir, but it looks like both are going to back away. Sivir going to pick up some last few minions, and that's going to be it for now. Okay, so Vex going to put out the ultimate. Boomerang comes in from Silver. Vi going in, going to get double dated, take down the Vex, flashes over the wall. Trundle ult is ticking. Vi's going low, but she should be able to get away. Silver though going to stack up the lethal tempo, going to get some attacks down onto the Trundle, but she's going to want to run away as quickly as possible. Trundle though might be opting to chase, but yeah, he's looking for the Sivir, but the Sivir's already started a recall. Sejuani is close by. Sejuani has the ult. Sivir though going to have a recall cancelled, and going to look to back away. The Herald does get dropped in the bot lane. Do see Malphite has come here to help, but we've got 4 members of XvG for the defense, and this Herald's going to be able to take down this tower in one shot though. While this is happening though, we do see the side of Nibble on the Baron, but starting the Baron actually. They do have quite a bit of damage just from the Silas and the Vi, but a very nice ultimate from the Malphite, going to be able to cancel the TP of the Sejuani. So they're just going to opt to take down this Malphite, the super tanky Malphite, because I mean he's still tanking. And 2 members of XvG there to try and help contest the Baron, but it looks like they should be trading this tower now. Baron actually stopped, so big win there for the side of XvG.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And now XvG looking to just take away some objectives here, or some resources from the side of Nibble Esports.
jest? Of course. For love smiles.
Take this.
Alright, so Baron is still on the table. The top lane is going to fight it out a bit. Sejuani having that mythic, Malphite having that mythic, but top lane is not having too much, though. We're going to see Silas go on to the Vex. Going to be locked up by the Vi and should be taken down. She has golden for a bit. She doesn't have that taunt charged up. And Centicle going to go godlike, picking up that kill.
I've got 5 reasons for you to shut up.
I do not
Alright, so Nibble now looking to push in the mid lane. Sejuani is on the side, going to charge in. Ultimate blowing down from the Sivir, and the solar eclipse comes in from the Leona. Wild growth, but it's followed by a Malphite ult. And we're going to see the Trundle going down. Sejuani the next to go down. The tower does drop, and that's going to be 2 members down from the side of XvG. Centicle going legendary. Draven now trying to get those autos out, but that's a tanky Malphite, and he doesn't do. It's not that easy to do 80 damage against him. Alright, so next Infernal spawning now. Should see teams running towards it. We've still got Trundle and Sejuani only spawning now. Draven opting to stay in the mid lane, so that might be a pick that Nibble is looking to take before they opt for this Drake, but with Draven stepping away, shouldn't be anything happening there. Does opt to smite the Scuttle Crab just to ensure that they secure it. But now we should be seeing this team fight erupting very shortly. We see Malphite face checking 4 members of XvG, going to go golden, going to flash away, doesn't have the unstoppable force yet. And Sivir's not there, so they don't really have too much damage, but Vi is on a rampage. We see the solar eclipse coming from the Leona. They're going to engage onto the Vex. Vi, though, going in, going to get onto the back line, stun up that Draven, and it's just so much damage coming out from the side of Nibble Esports. 2 members going down, the double kill picked up from Silas, and that's going to be XvG pushed away. And this should be the second Infernal Drake going over to the side of Nibble Esports. Alright, so Sivir ultimate is popped. They've made a decisive call. Baron is the objective, and they're running there as fast as they can. They've got 2 seconds on this Trundle, so they need to get as much DPS down as possible. Just going to be the Vi and the Sivir initially. Should see Leona Gate joining very shortly, and then we should see Silas just looking to zone. All 5 members of XvG are up, but they do have the damage. Silas is there, is going to steal the Lulu ult, so the wild growth, and ooh, the Draven ult comes away, but it's going to just be enough for nice patience there from Nibble Esports to stop that steal from happening. And that's going to be the Baron secured, everyone's out, and time to go shopping. Alright, so just having a look at where the gold is split. Just looking in the bot lane, it's 2,000 gold in favor of the Sivir. In the mid lane, it's about 500 gold in favor of the Silas. In the jungle is probably where the most significant gold lead is. It's a Vi going in onto the Trundle, absolutely going to get deleted by Jacking Pete going dominating now. And just as we try and look at stats, we just see that Nibble Esports looking to get aggressive and to go in.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Alright, so Nibble looking to do the final push. We see Malphite going into the backline on to the Draven. Going to get that knocked up, and Draven trying to kite back. Going to use the cleanse, but it's just so much damage coming out of Nibble Esports, and they're going to be able to pick up those 3 monumental kills, open up the base, and they're not done yet. Sivir getting those autos away, going to bet Polymorph, but not going to have the damage, and that's going to be a few moments before the end, where Nibble will take down the Nexus and pick up the victory over XvG. GG, well played to both teams. Thank you for everyone that tuned in tonight. Thank you for the support. We'll be back soon with some more League of Legends content for the Mettlestate League. But for now, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Yeah.